Okay, so I'm still watching Outer Range. I swear to God, it takes me hours and hours to watch something that's an hour long. But I'm at the last episode. It just gets weirder and weirder. I really like it. But there's something I couldn't get off my head that I had to go back in and say because I don't think I ever completed a sentence, shockingly. But when I was talking about the melanin, I had just seen somebody showing how much it goes for per gram. It's $525 per gram. So then you got to think about, well, how are they getting it? Is it in blood? Is it in tissue? Like, you know? And that is the thing that's so behind the parenthood of planning and all of the different, ways that they grow babies and stuff like that. So it's a huge business. And along with, the price of that, which I heard about the nut wall, if you switch that around, sauce, then in they all speak in code, so here we are trying to speak in code, but it was out of the emails that were leaked, that were I think it was around 2016 or 20, it seems like it was around that election when they kept trying to focus on the other guy, but that gate about pizzas and stuff like that, all of that started happening, and it was all in that stuff. And that is where I'd heard about the nut of wall sauce. And it is something that they like, and it's something with, it's the darker the better, so there's something with stuff that comes out of us that they pay a lot of money for, and who knows what, who knows, but I I didn't know about all of the different stuff when I started talking about it. I just started seeing certain things and putting them together. And then as things keep unfolding, I keep seeing like, I was right. We'll have to just keep seeing like how things keep going. But I feel like, I have some clarity to myself over some of this stuff. Everybody's got to find their own clarity. But I think that there is something that they're doing to create this whitewashed droid. Then but they want very controlled over this darker sauce that they like, very controlled. And they've got their whole plan of this growing everything in a lab. Like, they're coming right out and telling us, yeah, we're going to, I saw a commercial somebody was so outraged about, and they were sharing this commercial. They did a TikTok to share it. And it is the weirdest commercial. And it is about, you can get your celebrity, they take the cells from celebrities, they put them in a lab, they grow a leg or whatever the hell of this person, and then chop it up so we can all eat it. So we can all be a part of this person thing. I don't know, but for people who idolize and want to be a part of that, it probably sounds like great. I mean, they're marketing to somebody, and there's a lot of us who are awakened and see like, oh my God, what the hell? And I have noticed too, just in some conversations I've just had, that one of the things people are waking up to is their own business ethical practices. People are starting to see so much where profit goes before people. I've heard it from a few different people now. And somebody is working for a corporation and starts seeing they don't care about people at all. Somebody else was talking about the bureaucracy and stuff, that they set the rules, but all the rules are really not helping the people. You have to break the rules to help people. It shouldn't be that way, right? If we have social programs, why would we need to break the rules to help people? Obviously, the social programs are not to help the people. It's just for it's like a energy laundering, it's not just the money laundering, but it's just this whole system. And there's so many people who are just opting out and giving up, and that's what they came here to experience. So it's not like we can go around and save the world, but a lot of people are taking their out, with this fentanyl, and so many people are going homeless. So many people are losing their homes, and the way that they're jacking rent up on people is just screwing more and more people, and then creating more homelessness, and all of this. And I think a lot of people think, well, we got to go to the federal government. No, we got to stop depending on the federal government. They are the ones that sold us out to the other, mostly to Big Pharma, I think. But all of it goes to these same groups of people. It's all the same people who run the show. So, but we have to go to a community level. We have to start building up communities, and we've got to go and start putting into practice how to change the direction, how to help people. And there's so many people suffering that, I do think there's going to be something big with the med beds and the healing centers. I've heard about this for such a long time, way before 2020. So I do think there is going to be a lot of stuff about places for people to go heal, and counselors and stuff, like a place that I could go and be at, and then people would come and I could help them understand how I healed so they can heal, because a lot of us have the same kind of similar situations, and we just don't know how to heal. The way they tell us is only to promote their growth, and they make money off of us being sick, and just giving us this bandage to use over and over and over, but it's not really getting us anywhere. It's a hamster on a wheel. We're never getting ourselves healed. The only ones who are really doing it are people who go through some trauma and crisis and go outside of themselves to connect to something else and do their own healing through their soul, through their spirit, because this earth plane does not have a healthy way to heal. So that's why I think that there's so many people who have gone through that, is to help other people so that they can start healing, especially because there's going to be so much healing needed soon. Right now, we're still in the, so many people still don't even know what's going on yet. They're still so confused as what's happening. So many people think this is just the end of the world. No, it's the end of a system. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of an age. It's not the end of the world. It's only the end of it's the end of the world as we know it. But the ones who persevere and fight through it, we're the creators, the creators of the new world. And I think it's when I get close to Stella, because she goes outside and she gets all that stuff on her fur. And then she comes and sits by me, and my nose gets all runny and stopped up, and I get really a lot of coughing and stuff. I just know it's something that they are spraying on us. And if they put out the powder over the night, and then they come in and do the machines to make it rain and make it soak into everything. But whatever it is, she gets this stuff on her. I try and stay in more, but whatever. I know there's people who would just be, oh, that's just pollen. It's just your allergies. No, it's not pollen. Pollen you could wash off. And I don't think there would be this mass amount of pollen like this. I don't remember when I was a kid there being these like oceans of pollen. And then it was a couple years ago, and there was like this green powder on everything. And I said something, and people were just like, oh, that's the pollen. That's pollen. And I always am like, is this a new thing? Like we just started having this? Because I don't remember it ever being like this before. So I don't know. It's like the thing of like, our just is because our realities are merging. Is it because some things were more important than other things? I don't think that all this powders and sprays and chemicals are anything natural. I think that there's a lot of poisoning happening. And there was somebody who was just telling me on TikTok, well, there's lots of anything can become toxic. But the thing is they're putting stuff on us that is toxic right off the bat. They're giving us this stuff that is poisonous to us. And it's making people sick. And then they, campaign for climate change and Dovik and all of this stuff that they say, hey, this is the problem. This is the problem. Just don't look over here at us. Don't pay any attention to what we're doing. Because they're the ones who are poisoning us. They're just, getting us to look over here and think it's something else. But it's the guys over there. They're the ones doing it, So, anyways, it's something that everybody has to wake up to. People have to want the change. People have to want to change their communities. People have to desire this stuff. And I was just telling my neighbor, people have to want this change. We can't go to the federal level anymore. Like, that's ludicrous. We need to be going at the community level. We need to be creating communities that we want, where everybody can survive and thrive, and not all of this disposable people just thrown away. In Washington State, the homeless community is just growing and growing and growing. And the amount of rent, and that, like I said, since I moved in this house, if I were to turn around and sell it right now, I could make triple the amount of money I just bought it a couple years ago. It's all part of their inflation. And it's flushing people out into the streets because people can't afford this stuff. Yeah, so they make the houses go jacked up. They put people on those moratoriums. Then they lose their jobs, and they go in and try and get their houses back. And they say, no, sorry, you don't make enough. You can't afford this house. So they're just, I don't know. There's a lot of evil. But all of this stuff that is being thrown at you so you can release it, so you can see it and release it and let it go. And it's the reprioritizing of everything in our lives. So it's us. We are the change, and it's obviously going so much slower. Just super, super slow. So yeah, we have to wait for people to catch up. But I told the neighbor, I said, people out here are just not ready for change. They haven't had enough. They're still just playing along with the program. So, I don't know. I'm not going to stay here and keep playing a part of the program. I know that stuff in my life is going to be changing. So, I don't know. Right now, though, like I said, when I got up, I could hear the crickets. I can still hear them so loud in my head. But I got that band headache again today, where it's like this band, this feels like it's just tightening and tightening your head. And it just gives you a really a bad headache. It just is exhausting. So I don't know. I'm sure everybody's having different reactions to these, I don't know, cooking us with frequency microwave. I don't know what the fuck. So anyways, it's bothering Stella too. So I'm going to go back, finish this outer range. But there is some weird stuff in these last couple episodes. There's this one where these two people keep kissing. It's the grossest kiss I've ever seen. And it is just, it's got to be a joke. But there's a lot of stuff in these other episodes. It's almost like they're just in these weird realities. Like there's just weird realities all around us, which I believe is true. So anyways, I had to get that out there. It just was driving me crazy. So $525 for a gram. That's a very, very small amount. So you can imagine what a whole body, imagine a whole fetus. Oh, it's worth a lot of money. And there's a lot of people now who can't quit talking about all the little body scraps that are used in all of our products. All of our products. And there's even people who think it's pretty damn funny. I think it's pretty funny that people have eaten so much human and don't even know it. I think it's sad. I think I think it's really going to bother a lot of people. So anyways, we'll see. We'll see how this keeps rolling out. It's a slow roll, that's for sure. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.